So what happens when a cute little dragon meets a rainbow sky with a whole lot of love? Stick around because I have a magical pride card to share with you today that's going to spark all the joy. Wait until you see how I use the reusable mask to pull off this rainbow sky. It's one of those techniques you're going to want to use over and over again. Let's get into it. We're celebrating Pride with a bold, colorful design using two amazing stamp sets from the Rabbit Hole Designs. We're going to use the Dragon Fun stamp set. We're going to use the bundle, plus the Sentimentally Speaking holiday bundle as well for our Happy Pride sentiment. I'll be sharing a simple but cool masking technique for creating a dreamy rainbow background that looks like it came straight out of the storybook. Okay, let's get into the fun part because this background's where the magic really happens. So we're going to need a piece of cardstock. I have cut mine down to 3 3/4 by 5. That's going to be my finished card panel. Cardstock, this is the Brilliant White cardstock. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp on our little dragon that we're going to use. There's my mask and a scratch piece of paper. So we're going to use, I think, this little dragon right here because he looks just super cute. So I'm going to put him right there. I'm going to grab my stamp wheel because I am going to use that. And I'm just going to stamp him down in Tuxedo black ink because I will do a little bit of alcohol marker coloring on him. So we're just going to stamp him down. And I'm going to leave that in place just in case I want to use it to stamp over it at the end. Let me grab my removable tape. And we need our little stencil mask. We're just going to use the mask today, but there you can use the negative part to do some coloring in as well also. All right, we're going to go ahead and add some removable adhesive to him. And we're going to line him up. These masks are cut so that they line up just on or inside of our stamped images. All right, now I'm going to take an additional stencil and I'm going to place right over top of that because I want to have a nice clean edge for my card. So I'm going to line that up. Give that a good press. And we are going to start off with our red ink. We're just going to go at a diagonal. And I knew my tape would not be strong enough. All right, I went ahead and added a little bit more adhesive to the back of my little mask and put it back in place. And I taped down the sides of my other little mask over here. There's our yellow. I'm gonna move into my green. And go with our blue. And I'm just coming right over a little bit of that other section so that they not meld nicely together. I'm going to come in with my last color for my background. Let's blend that up. I'm going to come in with my gold watercolors. And I'm just going to add some gold flecks to the background. to add just a little bit more magic feeling to our card. And try not to get gold paint everywhere. I'm also going to add a little bit of shimmer spray from back afar so that those colors will blend together a little bit better and give us a little bit more of a magical feel. Now, I'm going to set this to the side for a little bit to let this dry. And while we're doing that, we're going to work on our sentiment. All right, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to emboss our sentiment onto a piece of black cardstock. I'm going to use my anti-static powder tool to prep my cardstock. I'm going to ink this up with VersaMark ink. And since my pad is a little dry, we'll go ahead and stamp this a couple of times. All right, I'm going to let that cool for a couple minutes before I cut it out. All right, we're going to peel off our little mask. We're going to add a little bit of color to our dragon. So I'm going to add some color to his little horns and his little spikes on the back of him. And make him a little goldenish. And it's just super easy coloring because there's such a tiny little space. There's our little horns and spikes done. Oh, we need to do his belly. We're going to do his belly the same color. So just give him a little bit of a tummy. And we need some rosy cheeks, so we'll go ahead and add those. I'm going to add some pink to his paws. Now, as far as our little dragon goes, we're just going to add a little bit of color to him. So we're just going to give him a little, I want it to be kind of mostly white. So I'm just going to use some warm grays to add in a little bit of shadow. To our little let's give him a little color. And we'll blend that out with our W0. Since we didn't have a little spot that colored right there, I just went over it with a marker that was close. All right, so there is our card front. Now, we should be able to cut out our sentiment now. So we will take the coordinating die, and I will line that up like so. And we will cut this out, and I will be right back. All right, I've got all my parts and pieces ready. We're going to go ahead and start attaching everything down. For my card front, I'm going to add our focal panel onto a holographic gold cardstock. I've cut that at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm sorry, 4 by 5 1/4 to add a little bit of sparkle to our card as well. We're going to go ahead and attach this to our card base, which is just your standard A2 top folding card. All right, and for our sentiment, I went ahead and stacked up 2 additional die cuts for the Happy Pride. And we're going to pop him right below our little dragon right there. Make sure he's nice and straight. All right, we're going to add a few finishing touches. We're going to go ahead and add our white gel pen highlights to our little dragon as well. Give him just a little bit of highlighting. I'm going to brighten up the white of his eyes. So we want him to really pop. Those highlights are what's going to help do that. All right, I'm going to add some of the Bubble Bath Dewdrops next to our sentiment. Add 3 up there and 2 at the bottom of our sentiment. So we will pick those up and pop those into place. Just a little extra sparkle and shine to our card. Tiny one right there. That one there, and one right here. All right, there's our finished card. Make sure that you leave a comment below by, I think it's Monday of this video is going up on Friday night. You have until, I believe, Monday to leave a comment to be entered into the drawing for one of our fabulous prizes from one of our sponsors. You can find all those details below in the description. I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Stay crafty. Love you.